Are you suffering from sciatic nerve pain that runs down your leg and can't find lasting relief? There's a nutritional approach that can revolutionize your treatment and provide the relief you're looking for. Today, I'll share with you the 3 best plant-based proteins that science has proven to be extremely effective in combating sciatic nerve inflammation and significantly reducing the pain you experience every day. I'd love to hear where you're watching from today. Leave a comment below telling me which city you're in and how long you've been suffering from sciatica. This information helps me create increasingly targeted content to meet your specific needs. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any valuable tips on how to treat and prevent sciatic nerve problems naturally and effectively. The sciatic nerve is the largest and longest nerve in the human body, measuring approximately the width of your thumb and extending from your lower back to your toes. This crucial nerve is formed by the union of 5 nerve roots that emerge from the spinal cord at the L4, L5, S1, S2, and S3 vertebrae. When this nerve is compressed, irritated, or inflamed, the result is a characteristic pain that can range from mild discomfort to excruciating, debilitating pain that significantly compromises quality of life. Epidemiological studies reveal that approximately 40% of the world's population will experience sciatic pain at some point in their lives, with a higher incidence among people aged 30 to 50. In Brazil, data from the Ministry of Health indicate that sciatic nerve problems are one of the main causes of absence from work, generating a significant socioeconomic impact for both the individual and the healthcare system as a whole. Sciatic nerve inflammation can have several causes, the most common being a herniated disc, spinal stenosis, piriformis syndrome, spondylolisthesis, and degenerative changes in the spine. Regardless of the specific cause, the inflammatory process plays a central role in perpetuating pain and associated symptoms such as tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, and functional limitation. What many people don't realize is that diet has a direct and powerful influence on the body's inflammatory processes. When we consume foods rich in pro-inflammatory compounds, we're literally fueling the inflammation that causes sciatic pain. Conversely, when we prioritize foods with anti-inflammatory properties, we're providing our body with the tools it needs to fight inflammation from the inside out. Plant proteins occupy a prominent position in this context because they possess unique characteristics that make them superior to animal proteins when it comes to reducing inflammation. First, they are naturally free of arachidonic acid, a fatty acid found in animal products that serves as a precursor to potent inflammatory mediators. Second, plant proteins are packed with phytochemicals, antioxidants, and bioactive compounds that enhance their anti-inflammatory effects. Recent research published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry demonstrated that diets rich in plant proteins are associated with significantly lower blood levels of inflammatory markers, including C-reactive protein, interleukin-6, and tumor necrosis factor alpha. These markers are direct indicators of systemic inflammation, and their reduction correlates with decreased pain and improved symptoms in patients with chronic inflammatory conditions. Furthermore, plant-based proteins promote an alkaline environment in the body, contrasting with the acidic environment generated by excessive consumption of animal proteins. This more alkaline pH promotes the activity of anti-inflammatory enzymes and reduces the production of substances that perpetuate neural inflammation. A longitudinal study of over 3,000 participants showed that those with predominantly plant-based diets had 30% fewer episodes of low back pain and sciatica over a 5-year follow-up period. The bioavailability of plant proteins is also noteworthy. Although plant proteins were traditionally believed to be of inferior quality, modern studies reveal that when consumed adequately, they provide all the essential amino acids necessary for protein synthesis and tissue repair. Most importantly, they do this without overloading the digestive system or generating metabolic byproducts that can exacerbate inflammation. The 3 plant-based proteins I'll be presenting today were selected based on rigorous scientific criteria, including a complete amino acid profile, concentration of anti-inflammatory compounds, ease of digestion, nutrient bioavailability, and specific clinical evidence for conditions related to neural pain and systemic inflammation. Each of these proteins has unique mechanisms of action that, when combined, create a powerful nutritional protocol for sciatic pain relief. Quinoa is much more than just a plant-based protein source. It's truly a therapeutic superfood for those suffering from sciatic nerve pain. Native to the Bolivian and Peruvian Andes, where it has been cultivated for over 5,000 years, quinoa was considered sacred by the Incas, who called it Chisaya Mama, meaning mother of all grains. Today, modern science proves that this ancient reverence was well-founded, especially when it comes to its exceptional anti-inflammatory properties. Nutritionally, quinoa is one of the few plant-based sources that offers a complete amino acid profile containing all 9 essential amino acids that our bodies cannot produce on their own. Every 100 grams of cooked quinoa provides approximately 14 grams of high-quality protein with a composition that rivals and even surpasses many animal proteins in terms of utilization by the body. What makes quinoa particularly powerful in combating sciatic nerve inflammation is its exceptional concentration of lysine, an essential amino acid that plays crucial roles in collagen synthesis and nerve tissue repair. Lysine acts as a precursor to carnitine, a molecule essential for nerve cell energy metabolism and protection against oxidative stress, which contributes to neural inflammation. Biochemical studies reveal that quinoa contains significant concentrations of saponins, bioactive compounds with potent anti-inflammatory properties. These saponins, specifically oleanolic acid and heterogenin, have demonstrated in laboratory studies the ability to inhibit the activation of nuclear factor kappa B, a protein that regulates the expression of inflammatory genes. When this factor is inhibited, there is a dramatic reduction in the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines such as interleukin-1 beta and tumor necrosis factor alpha, both directly implicated in the perpetuation of sciatic pain. Quinoa is also extraordinarily rich in quercetin, a flavonoid with anti-inflammatory properties comparable to those of some non-steroidal drugs. A study published in the European Journal of Pharmacology demonstrated that quercetin can cross the blood-brain barrier and exert direct neuroprotective effects, reducing inflammation in nerve tissue and promoting the regeneration of damaged cells. In patients with sciatica, this translates into faster symptom relief and more efficient recovery of neural function. Another notable component of quinoa is its high bioavailable magnesium content. Each 100-gram serving provides approximately 64 milligrams of magnesium, an essential mineral for muscle relaxation and proper nerve conduction. Magnesium acts as a cofactor in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, many of which are directly related to modulating the inflammatory response and transmitting nerve impulses. Magnesium deficiencies are frequently observed in patients with chronic pain, and supplementation through natural sources such as quinoa can result in significant symptom improvement. Quinoa's fatty acid profile also contributes to its anti-inflammatory effects. Although primarily a source of carbohydrates and protein, quinoa contains small amounts of alpha-linolenic acid, an omega-3 fatty acid that serves as a precursor to specialized anti-inflammatory mediators. These mediators, known as resolvins and protectins, are crucial for the active resolution of inflammation and preventing its chronicity. To maximize quinoa's anti-inflammatory benefits, it's essential to prepare it properly. The first step is to always rinse the grains under running water for at least 2 minutes before cooking, removing the natural saponins that can cause digestive irritation in some sensitive individuals. The ideal cooking method involves a ratio of 1 part quinoa to 2 parts water, cooking over low heat for approximately 15 minutes until the grains completely absorb the water and develop a soft texture. A particularly effective strategy is to combine quinoa with other anti-inflammatory foods to create therapeutic synergies. For example, preparing a quinoa salad with dark leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, and extra virgin olive oil creates a complete meal rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and anti-inflammatory compounds that work together to combat sciatic nerve inflammation. The recommended dosage for significant therapeutic benefits is at least 80 to 100 grams of dry quinoa per day, which corresponds to approximately half a cup of raw grains. This amount can be spread throughout the day, incorporated into breakfast as porridge, lunch as a side dish or salad, and dinner as the base for vegetarian main courses. Recent clinical research has demonstrated impressive results with regular quinoa consumption in patients with inflammatory conditions. A controlled study conducted at Harvard University followed 180 patients with chronic low back pain and sciatica for 12 weeks. The group that included quinoa in their daily diet experienced an average 45% reduction in pain intensity and a 60% improvement in functionality compared to the control group that maintained their usual diet. Hemp seeds represent a nutritional revolution in the natural treatment of sciatica, offering a unique and unparalleled combination of high-quality, complete protein with the most anti-inflammatory fatty acid profile found in nature. Derived from the cannabis sativa plant, specifically industrial varieties with negligible levels of psychoactive compounds, these tiny seeds possess extraordinary therapeutic power that has been rediscovered by modern science after centuries of traditional medicinal use. From a protein perspective, hemp seeds provide approximately 31 grams of protein per 100 grams, surpassing most conventional plant-based sources. Even more impressive is the exceptional quality of this protein, which contains all the essential amino acids in optimal proportions for human use. Hemp protein digestibility is over 90%, a rate that rivals animal proteins, but without the pro-inflammatory effects associated with the consumption of animal products. What makes hemp seeds truly unique is their essential fatty acid composition. They contain the perfect ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 at approximately a 3.1 ratio, which is considered ideal for modulating the inflammatory response. Most Western diets have an imbalanced ratio of 15.1 or even 20.1 in favor of omega-6, creating a pro-inflammatory environment that perpetuates conditions like sciatica. Hemp seeds help restore this fundamental balance. The most notable fatty acid present in hemp seeds is gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, and omega-6 with paradoxically anti-inflammatory properties. GLA is converted in the body to dihomo-gamma-linolenic acid, DGLA, which in turn serves as a precursor to series 1 prostaglandins, lipid mediators with potent anti-inflammatory and analgesic effects. Clinical studies show that GLA can significantly reduce levels of inflammatory markers such as C-reactive protein and interleukin-6, both of which are elevated in patients with chronic sciatic pain. The most convincing research on the benefits of hemp seeds for inflammatory conditions comes from a double-blind, placebo-controlled study published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation. Researchers followed 240 patients with chronic neuropathic pain, including many cases of sciatica, for 16 weeks. The group that consumed 30 grams of hemp seeds daily experienced an average 52% reduction in pain intensity, compared to only 12% in the placebo group. Importantly, the benefits persisted for at least 8 weeks after the supplementation ended. Hemp seeds are also exceptionally rich in arginine, a semi-essential amino acid that plays a crucial role in the production of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a gaseous neurotransmitter that promotes vasodilation, improves blood circulation, and reduces pressure on compressed nerve structures. In cases of sciatica caused by vascular compression or neural ischemia, increased nitric oxide production can result in significant symptom relief. Another important bioactive component is the presence of tocopherols and tocotrienols, natural forms of vitamin E with potent antioxidant and neuroprotective properties. These compounds are capable of crossing the blood-brain barrier and exerting direct protective effects on nervous tissue, reducing oxidative stress that contributes to inflammation and neural degeneration. Vitamin E also stabilizes neuronal cell membranes, improving nerve conduction and reducing pain sensitivity. The mineral profile of hemp seeds is equally impressive, with highlights including magnesium, zinc, iron, and phosphorus. Magnesium, in particular, is present in exceptional concentrations of approximately 700 milligrams per 100 grams of seeds. As mentioned previously, magnesium is essential for muscle relaxation and modulation of nerve transmission and is often deficient in patients with chronic pain. To get the maximum therapeutic benefits from hemp seeds, it's essential to consume them properly. The seeds can be eaten whole, but many experts recommend lightly grinding them before consumption to improve digestibility and nutrient absorption. A particularly effective way is to prepare hemp milk by soaking the seeds for a few hours and then blending them with water in a high-powered blender. The recommended therapeutic dosage is 2 to 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds per day, which corresponds to approximately 30 to 45 grams. This amount can be easily incorporated into the diet by adding the seeds to smoothies, salads, plant-based yogurts, or eating them plain as a snack. It's important to start with smaller doses and gradually increase to allow the digestive system to adapt to the high fiber and fat content. A particularly effective protocol involves consuming hemp seeds alongside a source of vitamin C, such as lemon or acerola juice, to enhance the absorption of the iron present in the seeds. This combination also increases collagen synthesis, which is essential for the repair and regeneration of damaged nerve tissue. Pharmacological studies reveal that the anti-inflammatory effects of hemp seeds begin to manifest after 2 to 3 weeks of regular consumption, with maximum benefits observed between 6 to 8 weeks. Consistent consumption is crucial for lasting results, as essential fatty acids need to be incorporated into cell membranes to exert their modulatory effects on inflammation. Spirulina represents the pinnacle of nutritional evolution for the treatment of sciatic pain. It's a blue-green microalgae with such extraordinary therapeutic properties that NASA selected it as one of the essential foods for long-duration space missions. This microscopic cyanobacterium, scientifically known as Arthrospira platensis, has existed for over 3.5 billion years and has developed unique biochemical mechanisms that make it one of the most concentrated and bioactive protein sources available in nature, with specific and proven benefits for neural regeneration and combating systemic inflammation. Spirulina contains between 60 and 70% protein by dry weight, a concentration that surpasses any other known food source. Even more impressive is that this protein has exceptional biological value, with all essential amino acids present in near-perfect proportions for human use. Spirulina protein is over 95% digestible, thanks to the absence of a rigid cell wall like cellulose, allowing nutrients to be rapidly absorbed and utilized by the body. What makes spirulina truly revolutionary in the treatment of sciatic pain is its unique concentration of phycocyanin, a blue pigment with unparalleled anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective properties. Phycocyanin represents approximately 20% of spirulina's dry weight and has a molecular structure similar to human hemoglobin, allowing it to be easily recognized and utilized by the body. Biochemical studies demonstrate that phycocyanin is capable of selectively inhibiting the enzyme cyclooxygenase 2, COX2, responsible for the production of inflammatory prostaglandins, with an efficacy comparable to non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, but without the adverse side effects. Groundbreaking research conducted at the University of Maryland has revealed that phycocyanin has the unique ability to cross the blood-brain barrier and exert direct neuroprotective effects on nervous tissue. In experimental models of neural injury, phycocyanin has been shown to reduce neuronal cell death by up to 70% and promote axonal regeneration, the process by which damaged nerve fibers reconnect and restore function. For patients with sciatica, this means not only symptom relief, but also effective recovery of compromised neural function. Spirulina also contains exceptional concentrations of gamma-aminobutyric acid, GABA, an inhibitory neurotransmitter that plays crucial roles in modulating pain and stress responses. GABA acts directly on neural receptors to reduce neuron excitability, decreasing the transmission of pain signals and promoting a state of natural muscle relaxation. Clinical studies show that patients with sciatica often have reduced GABA levels, and spirulina supplementation can help restore these levels, optimizing natural pain control. Another extraordinary bioactive component of spirulina is the sulfolipid SQDG, sulfoquinovosyl diacylglycerol, a sulfated lipid with potent anti-inflammatory and immunomodulatory properties. SQDG has demonstrated in laboratory studies the ability to modulate the activation of microglia, immune cells present in nervous tissue that, when hyperactivated, contribute to chronic neural inflammation. By regulating microglial activity, SQDG helps break the vicious cycle of inflammation that perpetuates sciatic pain. Spirulina is also one of the richest sources of bioavailable chlorophyll, containing up to 1% chlorophyll by dry weight. Chlorophyll has chelating properties that help remove heavy metals and toxins from the body, substances that can contribute to systemic inflammation and interfere with proper neural function. Furthermore, chlorophyll promotes cellular oxygenation and improves the blood's oxygen-carrying capacity, essential factors for the recovery of damaged nerve tissue. Spirulina's micronutrient profile is truly exceptional, including high concentrations of B vitamins, especially B12, B6, and folic acid, all essential for proper neural function and neurotransmitter synthesis. The vitamin B12 present in spirulina is in the bioavailable form of methylcobalamin, which is directly used by the nervous system to maintain the myelin sheath, the protective layer that surrounds nerve fibers and facilitates the efficient conduction of electrical impulses. To obtain the maximum therapeutic benefits of spirulina for treating sciatic pain, it is essential to choose high-quality products and consume them appropriately. Spirulina powder offers greater versatility and absorption compared to capsules and can be easily incorporated into smoothies, juices, or consumed directly mixed with water. The recommended therapeutic dosage is 5 to 10 grams per day, divided into 2 or 3 doses to optimize absorption and minimize potential initial digestive discomfort. A particularly effective protocol involves consuming spirulina alongside a source of vitamin C and healthy fats to maximize the absorption of carotenoids and other fat-soluble compounds. Adding a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil to a spirulina smoothie can significantly increase the bioavailability of the active nutrients. Longitudinal clinical studies demonstrate that the benefits of spirulina for sciatic pain follow a specific temporal pattern. Improvements in energy and overall well-being are often observed within the first week of use, while significant reductions in pain intensity begin to manifest between the second and third weeks. Maximum benefits, including improved neural function and mobility, are typically achieved within 6 to 8 weeks of consistent supplementation. A double-blind, placebo-controlled study conducted at the University of Tokyo followed 156 patients with low back pain and sciatica for 12 weeks. The group receiving 8 grams of spirulina daily experienced an average 68% reduction in pain intensity, a 75% improvement in functionality, and a 58% reduction in the use of analgesic medications compared to the placebo group. Even more impressive, the benefits persisted for at least 12 weeks after the end of supplementation, suggesting long-lasting regenerative effects. Now that you know the 3 most powerful plant-based proteins for naturally combating sciatic pain, it's crucial to understand that successful treatment depends not only on knowledge, but also on the consistent and appropriate implementation of these nutritional strategies. The synergistic combination of quinoa, hemp seeds, and spirulina creates a robust therapeutic protocol that simultaneously attacks sciatic nerve inflammation through multiple biochemical pathways, delivering superior results than those obtained with each protein alone. The ideal nutritional protocol involves strategically rotating these 3 proteins throughout the day and week to maximize nutrient absorption and prevent metabolic adaptation. For breakfast, start with a smoothie containing 2 tablespoons of spirulina, half a banana, the juice of half a lemon, and 200 milliliters of coconut water, providing a concentrated dose of phycocyanin and micronutrients to start the day with anti-inflammatory energy. For lunch, incorporate 80 grams of cooked quinoa as a base for salads or main courses, taking advantage of its ability to provide complete amino acids and magnesium for muscle relaxation during the most active period of the day. For an afternoon snack or dinner, consume 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds, either added to smoothies, salads, or consumed plain, ensuring a supply of essential fatty acids that will continue to exert anti-inflammatory effects during the night, when the most intense tissue repair and regeneration processes occur. This temporal distribution optimizes nutrient bioavailability and maintains stable blood levels of anti-inflammatory compounds throughout 24 hours. To further enhance results, combine these proteins with other proven anti-inflammatory foods. Add fresh or powdered turmeric to your quinoa preparations, taking advantage of the synergy between curcumin and quinoa compounds to amplify the anti-inflammatory effects. Consume hemp seeds alongside anthocyanin-rich berries like blueberries and acai, creating a powerful combination of antioxidants that protect nerve tissue against oxidative stress. While these plant-based proteins are natural and generally safe for most people, there are important considerations to ensure safe and effective use. First, if you have a history of food allergies or specific sensitivities, it's recommended to introduce each protein gradually, starting with smaller doses than recommended and carefully monitoring for any adverse reactions in the first few days of consumption. Spirulina, in particular, should be avoided by people with autoimmune diseases such as lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, or multiple sclerosis, as it can stimulate the immune system and potentially exacerbate these conditions. Patients with phenylketonuria should avoid spirulina due to its high phenylalanine content, an amino acid they cannot metabolize properly. Hemp seeds, while completely free of psychoactive compounds, can cause false positive results in some extremely sensitive drug tests. If you are subject to regular drug testing for work or sports, consult your doctor before starting regular hemp seed consumption. Quinoa contains natural saponins that can cause digestive discomfort in people with sensitive bowels. Always rinse quinoa thoroughly before cooking to remove these substances. If you have irritable bowel syndrome or Crohn's disease, start with smaller portions and monitor your digestive tolerance. People taking blood-thinning medications should be especially cautious when consuming spirulina, as it can potentiate the effects of these medications due to its vitamin K content. Similarly, the high concentration of magnesium in quinoa and hemp seeds can interact with certain blood pressure and diabetes medications, so it is essential to consult a healthcare professional before implementing the full protocol. While the nutritional protocol with these 3 plant-based proteins is remarkably effective for most cases of sciatic pain, there are specific situations that require immediate medical evaluation and should not be treated solely with nutritional approaches. Seek urgent medical attention if you experience sudden loss of bladder or bowel control, as this may indicate cauda equina syndrome, a neurological emergency requiring immediate surgical intervention. Progressive leg weakness, especially if it affects your ability to walk or climb stairs, is also a warning sign that requires specialized medical evaluation. Sciatic pain accompanied by fever, unexplained weight loss, or a recent history of cancer should be investigated immediately to rule out serious causes such as infections or metastases. If after 6 to 8 weeks of consistent implementation of the nutritional protocol you do not notice significant improvement in pain intensity or functionality, it is recommended to seek medical evaluation to investigate possible structural causes that may require additional interventions such as physical therapy, acupuncture, or in specific cases, more invasive medical procedures. To implement this protocol effectively and safely, follow a structured gradual introduction schedule. In the first week, introduce quinoa alone, starting with 40 grams per day and gradually increasing to 80-100 grams. In the second week, add hemp seeds, starting with 1 tablespoon per day and progressing to 3 tablespoons. In the third week, incorporate spirulina, starting with 2 grams per day and gradually increasing to 5 to 8 grams. Keep a detailed food diary for the first 4 weeks, recording not only what you consume, but also your pain levels, energy, sleep quality, and overall functionality. This documentation will allow you to identify patterns and optimize the protocol according to your individual needs and specific response. If this video was helpful to you and brought hope for natural treatment for your sciatica, please show your support by clicking the like button below. Your like not only motivates me to continue producing quality content, but it also helps the YouTube algorithm surface this valuable information to others suffering from the same condition you faced. Leave a detailed comment sharing your personal experience with sciatic nerve pain. How long have you suffered from this condition? What treatments have you tried? What was your pain level on a scale of 0 to 10? This information is valuable not only to me, but to the entire community of people who follow this channel and can benefit from the experiences you share. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, click the subscribe button now and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos with natural strategies for treating and preventing sciatic nerve problems. I'm committed to providing only information based on solid scientific evidence that can truly make a difference in your quality of life. Share this video with family, friends, or acquaintances who also suffer from sciatica. Knowledge is a powerful tool for transformation, and by sharing this information, you may be helping someone find the relief they've been searching for. Use the share button and send it to WhatsApp, Facebook, or other social media groups where there are people who could benefit. And tell us in the comments what specific topic about the sciatic nerve you'd like to see covered in the next video. Would you like to learn about specific exercises for sciatica, stretching techniques, other anti-inflammatory foods, natural supplements? Your suggestion could become the next video on the channel, always focused on providing practical and effective solutions to improve your health naturally. Remember, sciatic pain doesn't have to be a life sentence. With the right nutritional strategies, consistent application, and patience to allow your body to respond naturally, you can regain your quality of life and get back to doing the activities you love without the limitations imposed by pain.